You know, in the time that we live in, there's just so many artists out there that we can discover instantly on our phone. Maybe we didn't know that has done music for years, or maybe an artist that has just started doing music right now. But then there's also other artists that we love that we feel that they deserve their tens and they don't seem to get that. Like maybe they have had some mainstream success or some type of attention with the general public, but it hasn't been like more than that. Maybe just like 1 or 2 songs or 3 songs, and that's about it. And that's what this video is gonna be about. Is I'm gonna talk about artists that I think should be bigger artists. Okay, so before I even start, these artists are successful and they're doing great, so that's not like, oh, they should be. No, I'm just meaning like mainstream success. And I'm also going to talk about artists that are a lot more bigger outside of the US that I think should be also well known in the US. And again, like I said, these artists are very successful and they're doing well, so that's not what it is. I just mean in terms of mainstream success. Maybe you meet somebody when you go out and you mention their name and they know who you're talking about. It's like when you talk about like The Weeknd, Taylor Swift, Drake, Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish. You mention those names and people know who they are. So that's really what it is. Artists that I think should be a lot bigger in terms of mainstream and with the casual listener, as well as artists that I think should be a lot bigger that are big outside of the US that should be big in the US. I find it so interesting how Little Mix never got bigger here in the US because they had the hits. Shout out to My Ex is instantly a great song. Blast in your car and shout out the lyrics. Or there's also Power, Touch. Oh, even Woman Like Me featuring Nicki Minaj. I mean, Nicki Minaj with them on a song should have gotten enough attention for it to be very big here in the US. Weren't they signed to Simon's record label or something? Because I know that Jade even talked about him in, what was that song, Angel of My Dreams, right?
You only care about money, selling my soul to a psycho. They say I'm so lucky, better act like you're lucky, honey.
I'm thinking that maybe if they had a different label, maybe things would have been different for them. They are currently doing their solo music, so when they do music again together, maybe one of their songs will take off here and finally they'll get the recognition they deserve here in the US. Now we have Carly Rae Jepsen. Her album Kiss should have had more success. This Kiss was a great single choice. And then we get to Emotion, the album that she released next. Run Away With Me should have been an instant #1 hit, or at least a top 5, top 10 type of hit. Dedicated, another great album. Yes, people know her for Call Me Maybe, but she should be known for a lot more because she's had such great songs out there. Even like Cut to the Feeling, that already sounds like a smash hit. For some reason, the general public can't seem to see her beyond Call Me Maybe or Good Time. At least when it comes to like critics and just people who do review music, they do review her music and they've given her 10s. You can tell that they appreciate her music and they understand her artistry. So at least she has been talking conversation. People are paying attention. But I do have this feeling that maybe, because it has happened before, when she released The Loneliest Time, or was it The Loveliest Time? I think it was The Loneliest Time. When she released that album, she had a song that went viral on TikTok.
I'm coming back for you, baby. I'm coming back for you.
So I do get the feeling that maybe there's gonna be a song of hers, either be a new song that she releases or maybe a song in the past that will have a resurgence on TikTok or somehow go viral, just like with that song that went viral on TikTok. Now we have Kylie Minogue. So Kylie, Can't Get You Out of My Head, iconic, timeless song to this day, still sounds incredible.
Can't get you out of my head. Boy, it's more than I dare to think about.
It is interesting because outside of the US, again, just like Little Mix, very well known. Kylie's known as a legend and icon. But in the US, for some reason, again, I'm trying to understand why didn't she like get more bigger here? Like she had the right songs. Even like her newer music, like songs from like Disco, which I thought was such a great album, or even Tension, she continues to still release such great songs. And you know one song that I started to think about the other day, Time Bomb, and she released that in the early 2010s, and you know everything was very dancey and EDM. It was perfect timing to release a song like that. And then of course you get to Aphrodite, which that was the first Kylie album that I listened to. and I loved it. I loved All the Lovers. I love Can't Get You, Get Out of My Way. There we go, Get Out of My Way. That was released in the early 2010s when pop, dance, all that was so popular at that time. Why wasn't that bigger here? I'm trying to understand that, because that song was just a perfect pop song. But I will say what's really cool about Kylie, not only is she an amazing performer and sounds great live, she's somebody who you can tell loves what she does, enjoys to be on stage. She did have Padam Padam that did go viral on TikTok, as well as also winning a Grammy with that song. She has gotten her 10s here, just not in the way that a lot of us have hoped that she would get more recognized here in the US, but not outside of the US, because of course she's very successful there. She's an icon, she's a legend, but here people need to catch up. Next we have Flower of Love. You know, one of the things that I feel that's missing about today in terms of mainstream, there's not enough of that bright pop type of music. And I'm talking about songs like the 2000s, 2010s that had that bright type of feeling. Not necessarily that it's dancey, but I just mean that it has like acoustic guitar and it's got an up tempo and just those type of songs. That's what I mean that she's really good at bringing. She feels like somebody that I can definitely see be a main pop girl, and I do think as she continues to do music she will get more recognized. It's just one of those things that is gonna take time, but I do think she is heading in that direction. Next up we got Slater. So the music that she has been releasing in 2025 has been amazing. I love the direction that she's getting into, and well, maybe you've seen it online that people have talked about that the music that's been coming out right now, we don't really get a lot of those songs in terms of mainstream that people are gonna dance to. And I feel like Slater, she has been able to give us that. Her 2023 album Starfucker was such a great album. It was perfect, banger after banger, and it just had everything that you could want in terms of like that fun dance type of pop music that even incorporated like early 2010s and EDM and dancing. It was just so fun. So this is what I want to hear when I'm at a club, especially with this newer music that she's releasing in 2025. Where we are right now in life, like it doesn't look like that's what the general public wants. I will say that hopefully she does get her flowers and the general public will start acknowledging her more. And also, let's put her more into these playlists when it comes to going to a club or a party. Like her music is just perfect to dance to. A conversation that has been going on TikTok, not as much anymore, but it was, I guess it was earlier this year in 2025, or maybe it was late, I guess around 2024 and 2025. Like we don't have a main pop boy, somebody like a Justin Bieber. We don't see a main pop boy making like music like that anymore or dancing on stage. This got me thinking, because this next artist I'm going to talk about, Grant Kinoki, he definitely gives me pop boy, and when I see him perform on stage, how is this guy not more popular here? Like this is what we're missing in mainstream right now, and he's just perfect for that. And then going back to Slater, remember how I mentioned that people say, oh, they don't make music you can dance to or move to in terms of mainstream. You know, he does really great dance pop songs like Talk, Look at Me Right Now, Intrusive Thoughts, that fun pop dance type of sound that instantly makes you want to get up and dance, or you just get transported into this vibe. Oh yeah, speaking of vibe, there's this song that he has called Chemicals, and it's so good. You're just vibing pretty much when you hear this song. He dances, he sings, he's just another one, just like Conan Gray, that's giving us what's missing when it comes to men in music. These two guys, they're giving us main pop boy with the music that they're doing, and they should definitely get more acknowledged for that. So next up in the video, I'm gonna talk about artists that I think are getting close to having their espresso moment, starting with Madison Beer. I don't know if it's gonna be this upcoming album that she's releasing or maybe later on in the future, but I do feel that she is getting close to finally getting acknowledgement from the general public. Just that it's happening very slowly, and there's been conversations on her, at least from what I've seen on my FYP, of why she's not a main pop girl, why hasn't it happened yet. Just seeing how she did get 2 Grammy nominations, that's already showing that it is happening. I'm not really sure when it will happen, but I do feel that it is gonna happen soon. Next we have Conan Gray. Took the main stage in 2025 in the VMAs, which was incredible to see, because The last time he did perform at the VMAs, it was not in the actual event, it was out like in the red carpet, and now he's at the event actually performing on the main stage. That's already showing that he's finally, at least how I see it, he's getting acknowledgement already, finally. He's definitely one that has been in conversations that, like I mentioned earlier, how come he's not a main pop boy? He's the main pop boy people are waiting for. He's there, and it's true. I think it's just happening gradually. It's gonna take at least that one song, whether it'll be a past song or a song that he releases in the future, that is gonna be his breakthrough into mainstream and the general public finally acknowledging him. Lastly, we have Zara Larsson, who, because she is very successful outside of the US, but for some reason here in the States, people are still sleeping on her. But I will say, with this last album that she released in 2025, Midnight Sun, I've been seeing a lot more conversations about her. And you know what I think also helped too was the marketing that she did for this album. It's been so fun to see, and Symphony went viral on TikTok, and that song didn't even chart on the US Billboard Hot 100 charts. And that music video has like 1 billion something views. It's a big song, but for some reason here in the States, it never charted. She's got the stage presence, the vocals. Just give it some time, and I feel that she will have a lot more acknowledgement here. So before I end the video, here are other artists that I wanted to mention that are Tori Kelly, Flo, Rina Sawayama, and Dove Cameron. So who's an artist that I did not mention on this list that you think should be a bigger artist? And what's a song from their discography that you think will connect really well with the general public? You can leave it down below in the comments. If you did enjoy the video, do leave a like and also subscribe while you're at it, because why not? You know, there's more pop music content to come out in the future. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out all the other deep dives and other conversations involving pop music that are on the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.